Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. The Kenya Kwanza marriage, especially between William Samoei Ruto and Mount Kenya electorates, is passing through a storm. They are in a stage that I can only call the reality stage. Like in any other marriage, this is the period where they no longer overlook the weaknesses of each other, because when they started, everything was blissful. They were enjoying this marriage. I don't know whether you have realized that it is no longer the members of the opposition who are crying foul about the Kenya Kwanza government. It is the members who voted for William Ruto, the people who stood on a platform and sold William Ruto as the man who was going to give us a remedy to all our problems. The other day you saw the Mount Kenya legislators leading their farmers to reject what they call punitive taxes on land produce like avocado and all the produce that they get from the soil. Farmers are complaining. Rigathi Gachagua himself is saying that he's going to talk to William Ruto so that they can drop all these taxes. The latest victim in this field, who is now reading from the book of Lamentation, is Bishop Margaret Wanjiru. Bishop campaigned for William Ruto. At some point, she wanted to become Nairobi governor. Then, after they were talked to, she decided to, William Ruto prevailed upon her to vie for the Senate of Nairobi. And she lost to the super senator, Edwin Sifuna. Today, bulldozers went to her church and they demolished part of that church. And Margaret is saying that she was beaten by the police, the Kenya Kwanza police, the Ruto police, a government and a regime that she campaigned for. Let us look at Margaret so that we can put this together.
I wasn't campaigning to be repaid like this. I wasn't campaigning for land grabbers to come and start claiming that our church properties are their properties. We cannot lose properties in this country. Na ni wengi wamekuja wanasema ni NIS, wengine wanasema ni DCIO, wengine ni polisi, ni wengi. So definitely government is involved, and it is sad, very sad, that this is the government that we campaigned for. I'm yet to believe that they can do this to me. I'm the one who sold Kenya Kwanza, UDA in Nairobi County. I'm the one who gave them a platform. Leave alone that, I'm the one who gave them a vision for Nairobi. And today, look at what we are suffering. Ukiingia huku ndani kumejaa polisi and they are all armed. Wametunyang'anya vitu zetu, wamechukua simu, wametupiga. Me, I have to go to hospital. Sasa nimekunywa painkillers ndio nifike hapa. So I have to rush to hospital kujaribu kuona vile nitatibiwa miguu na mikono. It is sad. It is very, very sad.
Pengine tu Bishop, unaweza tueleza wamekubainia kiini hasa cha kuwa?
Hapana, hakuna mtu anatuambia wanafanya nini, wanasema tu wametumwa na MD wa Railways. Na MD wa Railways ajue, hapa hakuna property ya Railways. Na MD wa Railways ajue, kuna Mungu mbinguni. Vile mnasemanga nyinyi kwa serikali kuna Mungu mbinguni, hata kwetu kwa makanisa kuna Mungu mbinguni. If anybody in Kenya Kwanza government can dare touch my properties, je, na wale raia wenye hawana mtu wa kuwasaidia? Wale raia wenye hawana mwenyewe? If Jesus is alive ministries is under attack today, how about the common mwananchi? Tutahamia wapi? Tutaenda wapi? Serikali yetu yenyewe ndio inatupiga. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to run? Mimi mwenyewe nimesalimia watu wa DCIO hapa nikawaambia karibuni mtu okolee. Kumbe they are coming to reinforce their NIS brothers. Alafu wakaitana wengine. So you can really see tumefika place where sisi ndio hatuna mtu wa kutusaidia ama mahali ya kukimbilia. Lakini kuna Mungu mbinguni, wacha tuone what they can do. Wamebomoa huko nyuma, kuna ukuta wanabomoa huko hata saa hii, imesimamiwa wanabomoa. wamebomoa huko, na walikuwa wamekuja tena tarehe 10 mwezi wa February, wakaanza kubomoa from the start. Sasa nasi tulikuwa na harusi, kanisa ilikuwa imejaa watu.
The wall wakaenda. That you're mentioning, pengine Bishop, is it the same wall that you moved to?
Yes, it is the same wall, and it is the same wall that they had demolished my wall to put their wall. So now they are coming to demolish again, and it is because the court case is coming up, so they are trying to protect themselves. Ati hawajafunga jia. Unajua jaji hakuja kuona amerule nini, so they are coming out, they are trying to cover up themselves, which won't work. Hata binguni kuna sheria, wacha duniani, hata binguni kuna sheria. Hey guys, I have to go to hospital. Mheshimiwa Mwago is here with us.
So tumekuja hapa leo and hii attack imehappen hapa Jiam. I've been a member of this church toka nikuwa mtoto mdogo, and there have never been any land issue.
Na tuipangi mali ya watu sisi.
Hii kitu yenye na kama nilikuja kama mbunge to find out the truth. These guys have come invaded this place. Hawana any court order, hawana any eviction. They have nothing. They're just claiming they are under from orders from above. And it is good that they have admitted there is a force behind it. MD Mainga is a person that office yake iko hapa less than 200 meters. Ni mtu mwenye anajua Bishop for a very long time. Alikuwa nafaa kuja hapa atuambie, kinaganaga atuambie. But you can see there is another force yenye iko nyuma, yenye nataka kugrabisha shamba yenye iko hapa. And there's nothing short of that. Kwa sababu huwezi ingia kwa shamba ya mtu bila na hii kuna kesi hadi kotini. Even the respect for the rule of law, it is lacking in this administration. Ile serikali yenye sisi tulisema mtu na matokeo yake, and you can see what they are doing. If they are oppressing even their biggest campaigners, you can only imagine what they are doing with us, with the taxes and everything. Anu watu wenye wana huruma na sisi. Na sisi tunasema hivi, kama mtu amefika mahali mpaka na grab shamba ya kanisa, huyo that's not a human being. And we are going to deal with them kwa sababu hii Kenya pia inatawaliwa na sheria. Na wezi tuambia there's nobody above the law. We are not going to take this line down. We are going to get to the root bottom of this matter. Kwa sababu tukikubali.
Who is Margaret Wanjiru? Ladies and gentlemen, Margaret Wanjiru is a former member of parliament in Starai constituency. She vied under the ODM. Margaret Wanjiru was once an ally of Raila Odinga. I remember even her son benefited from Raila's fame. He rode on Raila's name and he became a member of parliament. After some times, they ditched Raila because they believed in the hustler nation and the hustler principles. After campaigning on a platform of safeguarding the interest of the hustlers, now Margaret Wanjiru finds herself on the receiving end, and she's wondering what is happening. Now, I heard someone saying that we knew William Ruto a long time ago. If you are coming to understand William Ruto now, who unto you, because we had studied this man, Uhuru Kenyatta himself, who had worked with William Ruto very closely, told them things are not going to be rosy the way you think. And when they took over power, remember during the campaigns they were singing hatupangwingwi, walikataa kupangwa. Maybe Uhuru wanted to panga them. They said hatupangwingwi, hatuwezi pangwa. Now wanapangwa. When they got into power and they took oath of office, there were jubilations and celebrations in all the counties in Central, and they declared that they are shareholders and this government belongs to them. Tell me whether Margaret Wanjiru, a lady who campaigned for this government, and she's even saying that she gave them the vision for Nairobi. I don't trust that, because Sakaja had a vision, even though that vision is not working. I worked and he's been putting it. William Ruto also campaigned on a platform of safeguarding the interest of the church. Remember, they've been saying their win and victory came from God. They campaigned using the churches. To date, they still continue on that platform. The other day, he visited the Salvation Army Church and he donated some millions of shillings. A week or so ago, Benny Hinn came to the country. Very many people criticized some of the moves. And William Ruto is still using the church platform so that he can campaign with it in 2027. And Margaret is wondering how and why William Ruto, in a regime that she campaigned for, can do this to her. The land issue in this country will burn this nation into shells. Just the other day, goons locked up the Minister for Lands, Alice Wahome. You can imagine, in the presence of the police, senior policemen, including the DCI, some daredevil goons decided to lock the very gate that Alice Wahome had used when she was going to protect ostensibly one of the landowners in a land that was being contested by two parties, and she was locked. As that was happening, some goons also went to Ruto's farm in Naivasha. They invaded, and apparently it's reported that they stole property or goods worth 2.2 million. And this tells you that land is a very emotive issue. And this is a challenge to Wahome. This is a challenge to William Samoei Ruto. If they play around with this an issue, then we are going to face the consequences. And yesterday I analyzed that we need to work on reforms that can help iron the issues that surround land. The historical injustices, which land belongs to who grabbed which land, we really need to put this together. There is another conversation that we need to broaden the discussion on land so that we look into Weston Hotel. People have been saying that Weston was built and constructed on some land that does not belong to it, and it has been associated with William Ruto. So they are saying that William Ruto must take the bull by its horns and work on it. Margaret Wanjiru must understand that when Uhuru warned the Kikuyu nation not to vote for William Ruto, he had worked with William Ruto and he knew. There is a video that has been going on where William Ruto is saying that if you think you have a problem with the Kikuyu nation, we have a problem with the Kikuyus more than you. And he was referring to the Kalenjin nation. But he concluded by saying that for you to fix such problems, you need to get power first. Now, power is there. But it takes me to the last point. I'm not sure whether this land belongs to Margaret Wanjiru. But do we trust the court cases? Because I was reading an article where the title deeds ownership are being changed at Ardhi House. You can imagine that the people who are supposed to safeguard, the people who we trust to guard the legacy of our interest, the title deeds are the people, the staff at Ardhi House are the ones who are changing the ownership. Now the court case is coming there. You remember we even have the Kerima case where Babu Wine is still trying to fight. If you collect the cases that involve land, I'm telling you, they are very enormous, they are very many. And if there's one person who is also going to be intertwined in this mess, is the Chief Justice Martha Koome. This is going to overwhelm her. Because in land, that is where we have very ferocious cartels. People who have money, they can threaten you, they can bribe. And one of the things that must be fixed in this is corruption in the judiciary and corruption in the lands ministry. Otherwise, weak people will be losing land to the most influential ones. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very serious and Ruto must look into it. It's not about making declarations, populist declaration that we have to deal with land. No, there must be structures to ensure that we deal with this once and for all. Because we might laugh that it is Margaret Wanjiru today, tomorrow it will be you. But Margaret must understand that she is the one who campaigned for William Ruto. She cannot regret. Let her take everything, the good and the bad that comes with the Ruto administration. Let us just assume that everything has come from God, because I can now see her saying that God is watching. God was watching even when she was selling to us William Samoei Ruto. I don't know who to blame, but I think we need to open the Dungu report. We need to put structures. We need to ensure that we have a permanent solution to our land issues. Otherwise, we are breeding, what I call disaster, and very soon it will explode. I don't know what to think, but that is my take.